It looks classy.
Quite classy.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the COD Piece. Gandhi, Maven. Hi, buddy.
Hey.
How you living?
Fantastic. This week, unfortunately, we will not be joined by Complexity's ex-coach, now washed up, unemployed, handsome Mr. X.
I wouldn't go as far as to say handsome. I would say wildly mediocre. But yeah, he's actually getting ready for his marriage this weekend. He's got a big day. It's his big day. So
he's got a lady he's hanging out with at PAX, right?
Yeah, dude. He's actually taking her last name, too, is the funny thing.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's going to be Matthew Capobianca from here on out.
Oh, Matt, we'll miss you. But
not really.
Yeah, we kind of want to touch base on what we did last week.
Yeah.
Or last week, I guess. What, Tuesday?
Monday.
Yeah,
days are fun. Maybe.
Well, when you play Diablo 12 hours a day, all that shit just starts to mesh together.
I don't know if anyone at home actually
has
anyone who plays Diablo, but it's awful.
Theory.
He is not a person.
You're probably not watching Theory, but I'm swimming in it a little bit.
Yeah.
Feeling handsome.
Yeah, you look good.
Woo!
But so anyway, last show we were talking about basically what TK is going to do, and at the time they had methods.
Yeah.
And Mr. X of all people, his team senses just kind of worked for him, and he was able to figure out that they were going to pick up Apathy and Dito right off the break. Maeve, like the team, don't like the decision. Give me your thoughts.
I like it, especially after seeing how well they did in that first 2K. I mean, I haven't got to see them a ton. I know we've hopped on their stream a little bit. We watched the 2K quite a bit, but they look good with Apathy. They did, and obviously Apathy and Dito are going to have, I would hope, some good chemistry.
I would imagine.
I would think so. So I like a lot more. As much as I love Methods, I mean, he is just a funny little dude.
Yeah, but the problem is he's little, and not like height-wise like Karma. Everyone knows Karma's 4'11", but Methods he's like 16. That means no Gfinity. That means no COD champs. And at this point in time, I think everyone's kind of looking to cement an organization that's going to be there for a long time.
Well, especially when you look at, Complexity has basically been the same squad outside of Karma for so long. So that attests to not only are they great players, but when you stick together for that long,
I couldn't imagine dealing with eggs for that long.
Oh, no. I mean, I love eggs. I
do too.
You need small doses of eggs, because if it's too much, I probably isn't getting it.
He's like sunlight. Yeah. Eventually, he's going to give you
He's like sunlight for Scumpy.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
He probably can't handle it.
Yeah, no, not much at all. But I think TK. I really like this roster. I really do. My only problem is Dito is such a different personality that the Team Caliber lineup's not used to. I mean, they really aren't used to it. Yeah, they had Clayster, which we all remember at Philadelphia. Well, you were sick. You were playing Final Fantasy.
I had terrible strep throat.
He was playing Final Fantasy. Anyways, shut your face. Shut your face. Dito, or Clayster, he's hyped. He's a hyped guy, and Sharp's like, he's a little goofy guy. He's just goofy. So he may take it 100% serious, but he's not like Clayster, who's like, he's either going to kill someone or he's going to end himself if he loses. So I think with Dito, it's going to be interesting. And already Dito, that tweet, man. Well, I mean, what did that exactly say? Give me the rundown of it.
Basically, I think it said, I wouldn't be going to PAX if MLG wouldn't suspend me for one or possibly more seasons.
I'll drink to that.
Basically not allow me to play Call of Duty ever again. And Clap just came in with dude, we're paying for you to be out here.
I understand where he's coming from, but there's some things that you just can't do publicly anymore. You just can't do it, and that's one of them.
If he had like a family emergency or death or something, obviously, but if it's a problem with the teammate because the team changed, dude, get over it. You're going to play for, what is it? How is it, 15-10?
I have no idea. 10.
I
think $6,000 is first.
10, right? Yeah,
so it's probably 15.
10,
it's probably 15,000 total.
Something. Anyway, but yeah, you have a free flight out to play. Go hang out at PAX, which I know we went to PAX Prime, and that was.
Dude, you know what the key to PAXs are? If you guys are going to PAX this weekend,
all the girls. Oh,
come on, bro! I'm talking about a way to get Twitter followers and YouTube subs, Braj.
Sorry, bud.
All right, you got to find your way to the League of Legends booth, right? Just find somewhere out there and get the cards. Yeah. How many followers did we gain last year from it? All you got to do is tweet who wants a PAX East, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, more Cleveland Sona skin.
Yeah. Soda playing the tribal. Right. On a clear night, you could really hear
firing out crescendos.
But you guys have no idea what you're talking about, so it's okay. But yes, that is the key. If you go to PAX, get your hands on those and then just tweet it. You don't even have to give it out. That's the scumbag move, but you know that's how it is.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't do one, which was the worst. And I think I saw like Goofy did one from the Halo community. I feel like Goofy was a professional Halo player. Well, ish. So, yeah, but I think I remember his had like 1,000 retweets or something. He got so many followers. So that stuff, if you're not aware, a few people play League of Legends. So, yeah, not a bad idea. Way to help people out there.
Dude, you know, I'm looking out for the good of everyone.
Father wisdom.
They call me Gandalf.
But back to what we were talking about. Yeah, that tweet was... I mean, we kind of ran into sort of a similar situation kind of with the UGC LAN, like as the prep. You know, when some teams didn't make it, you know, people were like, "Oh yeah, no, we can't make it, or we don't want to come," blah blah blah. Even though flights were already covered. Yeah. You know, I get that to some degree because you know it really was the practice for champs.
It was.
And if you're not playing in champs, I mean, I get it. But you know, flights were paid for. But in this, I mean, your flight's paid for, and you're paying for money. And you're going to. At
the same side, though, I do understand where where Dito's coming from, though. Because, you know, you when you played, you know, everyone, like, getting dropped from a team wasn't, like, a huge deal, right? But, like, now it takes a lot out of you, you know, because especially when you win an event with the team and you get dropped. Like, when I got dropped from Carbon, I wanted to smash Shockwave's face into the ground. But granted, you know, it is Red Alert 19312.
Yeah,
like, everyone kind of did. He was basically the aches of the Halo world. Ish.
He was a little bastard.
Yeah, he kind of sucked. I'm just kidding, Chris. I love you, buddy. But you know, it takes a lot out of you. But you know, you have to realize, like at this point in time, with all this press and with all these people in it, you have to show a certain level of professionalism. Which sucks. It sucks. I'm gonna say it because it affects us. Like if we could have been doing this back then, oh my god, we could get on here and say whatever we wanted. We'd be like, this guy really sucks, and by that I mean I don't like him as a person.
Yeah, it definitely has changed. I mean, just thinking back to, well, you specifically, trash talk back in the Halo 2 days. I mean, you could just verbally abuse someone to the point of, like, getting towards tears.
Yeah.
Now it's like you say the S word. Yeah, it's like, chill.
How dare you say the S word?
Yeah, exactly. But back to the team. So we saw that happen with TK, which we so wisely predicted. And then we saw, well, we can talk about Justice, which was another. I can't figure out if that team's going to be potentially scary or just emotions everywhere, maybe murder, death, espionage.
You coached Killa, so you know how Killa is like a person, and we all kind of do.
To be fair, we love Killa. But you're a bit of a psychopath.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you turned people into lampshades.
Oh, yeah. He's got, like, people in his basement.
Oh, for sure. He probably is an aspiring taxidermist. But, you know, I think, you coach Killa, so you can give me a little bit of insight on this. But for me, I mean, Neslo kind of brings to a team, you know, search and destroy strats. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Killa is kind of like his own little S&D guru kind of know-it-all.
I think it's going to be interesting because they're both very opinionated. Yeah. And they both think they're correct and they're both knowledgeable and great players, don't get me wrong, but they both think they know the best way. Yeah. So I don't know how that'll... Who knows? It could mesh fantastically. Maybe it could. It really could. Their ball of craziness will just turn into this, like... Maybe they'll be like BFFs. They'll get, like, tats.
Dude.
They'll have, like, Neslo across his chest.
I like how you went like this, because it was the easiest thing for you to do. You were like, oh, well, there's already a name here, so I guess it would make sense to go right here. But, you know, they're getting a team house. They move into it soon. I saw that. And it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, all the team houses are moving to Atlanta. What did Chris Parasite tweeted yesterday? If you weren't aware, they're also getting one there for some of the Curse guys. But what did he tweet?
I think
he said they're like Atlanta is the Los Angeles of the East Coast. What are you talking about?
What is he babbling about? Yeah, that is not even close.
I feel like a lot of humidity.
Yeah, a lot of humidity and
possibly being shot.
And then the Falcons. They got the Falcons going for them. I think they make the playoffs every once in a while.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's decent.
Yeah,
but
he's okay.
Do
you think the team house is a good decision?
See, that's what
that's where I'm at too. I'm like,
we might have to. Gosh, we might have to take a break before we hop into this because this conversation is going to.
We got like 4 minutes.
All right. Well, I kind of want to jump into this. We're going to take me into the whole kind of organization talk.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's just cut it right there, and I'm going to host you another question.
Okay.
All right. You ready for this one?
All right, I'm ready.
Here we go. Who profited more between TK and Justice? as an organization standpoint. And by that I mean, TK already basically had their bid in there, but Justice, for a while, people were kind of like, who's Big Snack's gonna pick up, right? So with that said, these two squads, you think Justice benefited more?
Just because bigger names, as far as players go, I think might benefit them just as far as a following. I don't think Justice is. I mean, it's not on the level. It's not quite as big as probably it's not as big as TK. It's definitely not your MV Optics complexity. It's not. So getting I think players with big personalities and like Killa and you have Miracles with 100,000 plus followers. Mm-hmm. I think that'll help as long as there's not some sort of really gigantic negative event, which I think is what anyone's kind of fearful when you, from a PR standpoint, when you have Killa on your team, there's always a little bit of fear there. But
I don't even know if it's just Killa anymore. I mean, Parasite's the same risk is kind of there with Parasite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Parasite, no one really knows what he's up to. Like, if I'm on Parasite's team, which we'll get into later, but regardless of Curse Atlanta, if I'm Enable, Mochilla, or Tipsy, like I'm going to form an allegiance here. It's like that show Big Brother that like 5 people watch. I'm going to form an allegiance here with, the 3 people who have the potential of getting dropped and just kind of keep Parasite like away because you can't trust him. And Killa, that's where Killa's different. Killa's not going to screw you over. If you suck, he's just going to drop you.
Yeah. But I think Justice made it. And I think I think Parasite made out pretty well considering. We were talking last week about Parasite like drafting people off the street. I think the players he went out with,
he got lucky.
At the UGC LAN, when we talked about our top players after that, pretty much every one of us had Tipsy and Mochilla in there. The concern with Mochilla, which we've talked about, is he really likes the AR, and we've seen how a lot of the game types, it's just gotten a lot faster, a lot more subplay. And I don't know how that'll play out. And Tipsy, I don't know. That was the first time I'd really watched Tipsy a ton with the LAN. He was just crushing everything.
Yeah, he's hot and cold. Who is that? Is that Katy Perry? That song? You're hot, then you're cold, you're yes.
Let's go with Katy Perry.
Yeah, it's Katy Perry. Okay,
my pop culture knowledge is just. I got TV shows, music. Nah.
Yeah, no. I don't. Well, we still listen to like Red Hot Chili Peppers and like.
Love the Chili Peppers.
Who doesn't? They're black coffee. You know what you're going to get 100% of the time.
Yeah, they are wonderful.
Mm-hmm. But I think for me, Tipsy's he's just hot and cold. There's times where Tipsy comes out and you're like, wow, that was wild, and then there's times where there's like. Tips.
There's like an
just the tips. How sad is it that we can't do just the tips?
Oh yeah, I tweeted at him immediately. That was like my favorite thing to say during the LAN.
Yeah, it's just the tips. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get ready to go to a commercial break, I have my iPad right here. Yeah, look at that. It's got a keyboard too. So if you guys have any questions, since we don't have Mr. X, we can kind of spice things up. All you have to do is tweet at both of us here. You guys know our Twitters by now if you're watching it at least. So tweet at us. We'll answer questions on the fly because you know what? They pop up. Other than that, stay tuned.